Hello and welcome to another week of Sambo iRacing. We're back in the Toyota GR86 at the wonderful Laguna Seca for what should be another wonderful week of racing. So as I've done this for the Buttkicker Cup, we are using the fixed setup and everything as standard. If you are new to my channel, we do a hot lap, a breakdown lap, and then we're back in the car the final time with the driving line on. Right, let's start it. Okay, so we cross the line, we're in fourth, we're keeping it over to the left-hand side, and then we're going to edge out to the right-hand side, get our right-hand tyres out there, looking for just before the two, brake up to about 90%, we're dropping it all the way down to first, long trail off there. Back over to the left-hand side, in third gear, little brake, dropping it down to second, just clipping that curb. Leaving it in third, just a lift here. And now to the tricky corner 5 where all the time is in the lap. So we drop it down to third. As you can see on the trail there, just a trail off. Up to fourth and then a lift here through turn 6. Back on the gas nice and early, using that camber. As we go up the hill and into the corkscrew. My cat's getting excited. Down to second gear, long trail off. Just a lift there through 9. Back over into fourth. Little dab of the brakes down to third gear, using the camber again, exiting nice and wide. Just one corner to go. And we're going to drop it all the way down to first. Long trail off again, exit nice and wide, there's no off track there. And there we have it, a 1 minute 35.8. Should be competitive this week. Right, breakdown lap coming up. Okay, on to the breakdown lap. So as I say, wanting to cut close to these cones as possible on the left hand side. Going to exit nice and wide, so we're getting our right-hand tyres over onto the outside of the track limits, and our braking marker is just after the 3, just before the 2. I'm going to brake up to about 90%, drop it down to third. We're trying to get all of this speed wiped off in a straight line, turning for the apex now, and we really start a long trail off down to second, down to first, and now we're trying to get back on the gas nice and early. So I'm back up at 100% nice and early on. We're going to try and cut the corner, but without hitting the no-cut curb, as you can see here. Over to the left-hand side, and just before the 1 marker, we're going to do a little dab on the brake up to about 40%. Drop it down into second gear and then try and get back on the gas nice and early. As you can see, I just clipped the no-cut curb there, and so the traction control just grabbed a bit of my throttle off me. And again, just after the 2 marker here, we're going to do a little dab on the brakes. Oh, no, sorry, we're going to do a little lift down to about 25% and then back up. And again, I'm just clipping that no-cut curb. It didn't actually slow me down, but ideally you'd just miss it. It's just me being greedy. And now to turn 5. So just before the 2 marker, we're going to brake up to about 80%, and again it's going to be a long or a gradual trail off. We're back down to third gear and we're back on 100% nice and early. So this is where all the speed is, going up through turn 6 and all the way up to the corkscrew. You've got to get on the gas nice and early in turn 5. Otherwise, everyone will just come flying past you in the race up this hill. So at the 2 marker, we're in 4th gear and we're going to turn in and we're just going to do a lift down to about 10% and then back on the gas. So we're back on 100%, well ahead of the apex here. Now we're going up the hill. Allowing myself a nice wide entry into the corkscrew. So the braking marker is between the 3 and the 2, right at the top of this crest here. So because our car is about to be weighing an awful lot less as we're going up over the hill, you've got to be careful on the brakes here. I brake up to about 90%, drop it down to third, And then I start trailing it off, trying to get my left-hand tyres just in this little rut on the left-hand side here, just in the mud, but without getting the off-track. That's about the limit of it. And then we're looking to get back onto 100% gas nice and early. And as you can see, I'm currently steering well off to the left and then immediately getting back over to the right-hand side to meet up with the road and have that real nice feeling when you go through the corkscrew well. We're just going to do a lift here in third gear, making sure that we're just clipping this inside curb, sorry. Up to fourth gear, and then midway between the 2 and the 1 marker here, we're going to brake up to about 50%, trail it off, drop it down into third, and then we're trying to get back on the gas nice and early ahead of the apex, using that camber, exiting wide. And the final braking marker is just at the 2 marker here. I'm going to brake up to about 90%, or a little bit more than that actually. Wiping it all the speed off in the straight line again, trail it off down to first gear, and then getting on the gas as early as possible. Because we've got traction control on as it's set on fixed, you can get on the gas nice and early. Exit wide, as I say, no off track there. And there you have it. That is the breakdown lap of Laguna Seca in the Toyota GR86. Driving line coming up. And now a final run through with the driving line on. There you go, have some telemetry. As always, guys, thanks for watching. I've been Sambo iRacing, and I'll see you guys in the week. Cheers.